Good morning. Right, we're leaving Springfield this morning. Last night we stayed in the Motel 6 and we're heading to the Lincoln Monument this morning, and then we'll be making our way down to St. Louis. So yeah, another Motel 6. Welcome to the Lincoln Tomb. He got to rub his nose for good luck. We need good luck. Good morning. We're in Springfield, Illinois, and we're at the Lincoln Memorial Tomb. This is where Lincoln were buried, along with his wife. It's 6:30 in the morning, so it's closed, so we can't go in, but we can see it from the outside. And then we're going to go and check out Lincoln's house, and then we're going to get back on the road and head to Springfield, Missouri today. So we've got about a 320-mile journey. So we're going to have a look round here and then make tracks. Yeah, we're too early to go inside, but it looks like they're carrying out work anyway, so you actually can't go around it or walk up onto the monument. This building here is the Lincoln Tomb Custodial House and was built as the residence of the people looking after the tomb and used for over 75 years. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's like a mini castle.
Yeah.
We're just on the back side of the monument. There's some restoration work going on, but we've been allowed to walk up and have a little look round because it's so early in the morning. Right, so it turns out the guy just back here who just let us go up onto the monument, there's no access up onto the monument for anybody ever anymore. So we got a
Privilege.
coming early actually got us a good privilege there because we got to walk around it, and they don't let nobody go up because the guard height, the rail is too low now. They consider it dangerous. So we did well there, Chris.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah, bang on.
We've come to the Lincoln home, and they've preserved these houses and this street to how it would have looked in 1860. I love these like period homes, look.
All these like little museums in your own right.
I've no idea. Yeah, I bet you can walk in them all, yeah. Politics in the neighborhood. That's Lincoln's home, and it's even got his name on the front door. This house behind me, this is President Lincoln's home. This is from the front. I'm going to see if I can take a look round the back. We've just arrived at the Route 66 Hotel. Now this is just down the road from the Cozy Dog, and it's come highly recommended because they do a 24-hour buffet. And everybody said, you got to come here for breakfast. This is a hidden gem of hotels. I've just got one question, Chris.
What's that?
Why didn't we stay here? Why do we keep staying in these awful Motel 6s when this place is like this? What I would say is, a lot of the time, you've got to book in advance, because when I've been looking online, stuff's just not available. But this theming in here is so good. Just a Corvette parked there inside the hotel. Impressed?
Yeah, very.
This is what we've come for. Looks good, doesn't it, Chris? We've just arrived in Litchfield. Right, I've just arrived in Litchfield along the Route 66. And just over the road there is the Skyview Drive-In Theatre. And this portion of Route 66 is the 1930s to 1940s. And just behind these buildings is the 1940s onwards. Sound that? Litchfield, Illinois. Yeah, we've made it to Salisbury service station in Mount Olive, and this is supposed to be one of the best examples of a roadside gas station along Route 66. I was just about to say it's got an open sign, but it won't be open. But it is open, there's just nobody here. It's unmanned, it appears to be unmanned. Right, we've finally arrived in Livingston, Illinois, and we're at the Antique Mall. And there's also a giant muffler man, well it's not a muffler man, a giant Donald Trump. Is that the world's largest tricycle? Right next to this muffler man. Oh, this is Harley. This is the Harley Davidson muffler man. And it's right on the side of Route 66. Pretty sure you're not meant to climb that. How did you get up there? There's one thing for sure. Nobody's been up the top of that Lincoln Monument in years, and nobody's been on that tricycle probably ever, but good old Chris risking life and limb for a photo. The Lexington Antique Mall. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here to look at. There we are, look, it's President Christopher.
Abraham Staples.
Yeah, Abraham Staples. Free fudge tasting. Nice sample.
That is very, very nice.
We're about to cross over into Missouri. That's Illinois done. 1 state down, 7 to go. There's the sign, welcome to Missouri. Right, we've made it to St. Louis. Right, we've arrived in St. Louis and I'm outside the St. Louis Ballpark Village. And I've seen that famous Budweiser sign before. So from here we're going to take a walk up a block and head over to the St. Louis Arch and go check that out. But yeah, it's a cloudy day today. Raining a little bit, but yeah, nonetheless still good. Yeah, St. Louis Saints. Right, so we're 1 state down. We've come out of Illinois, we've crossed over the Mississippi. That now brings us into Missouri. That's 1 state down, 7 to go. Wow! Made it to Missouri, we're at the Gateway Arch. Just about another 2,000 miles to go. Right, I made it to the arch. Now, the arch is known as the Gateway Arch. So St. Louis is the last stop when people were heading west, when the United States were being formed. So this would be the last stop off for collecting supplies. Hence why St. Louis and this arch is known as the Gateway to the West. We were going to go up, but we've decided not to. Right on the very top, there's some tiny little windows. But the escalator ride goes up the sides, and it's a really confined escalator ride, and it's a 4-minute ride as well, which I get pretty claustrophobic, so as much as I want to go up there, I just can't do it. But it's impressive. I do believe there's a ticket centre and a free museum, I believe. Down there on the floor is a giant map of the United States. There's the size of the escalator to try it and see if you're claustrophobic. Oh my god. Yeah, it's small. Get in there, Chris. That's so you can try it. 5 of you.
No.
Imagine, like, I wouldn't want to get 5 of me in here. What do you think?
No way.
Pretty close friends, huh?
Yeah.
What happens when it breaks down?
What happens if you break wind?
Well, I'm definitely going to do that. 10 of you in. There's the map of America. When you do come here, you can just come straight through security and go downstairs and check out some of the exhibits and the museum, and that's completely free. So it's kind of confusing when you come in, because you would assume that you would have to buy a ticket to get into this half, but you don't. What's up to now? This is a very good free museum in here. So if you're too scared to go up and claustrophobic like me, down here in the museum there is a replica of the Keystone at the top, and inside is screens, and they're live. It's a live view. That is facing east and that is looking west. So this is where we're going. This is where we've just parked in front of the stadium. So this is how much room you've got at the top. Quite big. You keep leaning back and it just keeps going. It looks absolutely huge now I'm stood underneath it. The scale of it is just incredible. Would you be able to? It's incredible there, isn't it? And that right there is something else I never thought I'd see. That is the Mississippi River. Gateway Arch Riverboat Tours. If we had more time, we would do it. We're coming back though, aren't we, Chris? When this were being built, when they got to the top and put the centerpiece in, it was 1.5 meters out, so they had to put cold water on this side, because obviously the sun was warming up the stainless, and then they was able to jack it apart at the top and get the Keystone in the middle. And they also, in the legs, a third of the way up both sides, they filled them with concrete, and that is where it gets its support from. We've made it to Meramac Caverns. What stunts are you going to pull here, Chris?
Don't know. Don't know yet,
Still
sir.
thinking about it.
Don't know yet, sir.
Right, we've arrived at Meramac Caverns, and this is a really popular attraction along Route 66. Well, it's just off Route 66, and we're going to go and check out some caves. My camera's not going to like it in here. It's very dark. Quite cold as well, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I'd definitely recommend coming and checking that out. The cave formations are unbelievable. Yeah, definitely worth stopping by and checking it out. So we've just arrived in Cuba at the world famous Wagon Wheel Motel. Trying to get a room here is almost impossible. You have to book in advance, but this is a great stop. They are the rooms down there, and this is the old forecourt. This place has been open 88 years. It's never closed. That's incredible, I suppose. 88 years and never closed on Route 66. You see the rooms look, Chris?
Yeah, they're good.
They are, aren't they? I wish we could have been here at night just to see that neon sign lit up. This is the Missouri Hick Barbecue, but unfortunately we've just eaten, which is a real shame. Right, we've made it to one of the major attractions on Route 66, which is the world famous Route 66 rocker. And I do believe this is now not the first, but the second biggest rocking chair in the world. Now, I've seen videos of people sat up there, so I'm assuming there used to be a ladder, and it's now gone. Danny's gas hole.
Danny's gas hole. Holy shit.
This store's pretty vast. This store is big, right by the rocking chair. I do know that they used to do archery back here some years ago, from a video that I watched, but clearly not anymore. Clothing. You know that. You know how to live, don't you, Chris?
Living it.
Living the dream.
Living it.
This is Derby gas station. Nobody's renovated this one. We're just outside of Devil's Elbow, and we're definitely on an old bit of Route 66, the road. This is definitely old road surface. Chris, we've arrived in Uranus. Haven't we?
Yeah.
We finally made it to Uranus. We just got to Uranus, and there looks like there's quite a few things to see. We've just come in on the old Route 66 road. Now that's a really old, secluded part of the route. You know, for a while we thought we was in the wrong place, but we've made it, so we'll take a look around. Uranus, Missouri, home of the Pirates.
How you going on in Uranus?
I'm alright. Yeah. Good. How's Uranus? Silver. Last one, I promise. I'm going to enter Uranus. Oh my god.
Man.
Hold on.
Way worse than that end. Yeah.
Well, we've just seen Uranus. I would recommend calling here. Plenty to look at. Worth a stop. Also in Uranus is the world's biggest belt buckle.
How's that?
Suits you. We've just arrived in Lebanon on Route 66, and we're at the famous Munga Moss Motel, and that is one of the iconic neon signs. It's just a shame that we can't see it at night time. But yeah, look at all these rooms. I love all these rooms. And that is some mural, that. Let's have a look. So that's where we started. That's where we're at. And that's where we're going. This is one of them places on Route 66 that you've definitely got to come and see for yourself. The Munga Moss Motel is still in operation. That's what I like about it. So this hotel's been open since the 1940s and never closed. And the lady inside who I just spoke to, her parents bought it, Bob and Ramona, in 1971, and she's now inherited it and running it for the foreseeable future. We are at the Lebanon Library and Museum on Route 66. This is going to be probably our last stop today before we arrive in Springfield, Missouri, which is our stay for tonight. So we're going to go and check this place out. We're a little bit late. It closes in about 30 minutes, so let's get inside. This is a pretty good museum. Shows how the Okies made it over to LA. We probably should have read The Grapes of Wrath, the book, first, Chris.
Museum diners, look at that.
This is a tourist cabin, typical of a 1940s room you would find along Route 66. I highly recommend coming and visiting this library and museum in Lebanon. It's got a great little museum if you've got a little bit of spare time to come and take a look. That's going to do us for today. We've arrived in Springfield, Missouri. We left Springfield, Illinois this morning, and I've done just a little bit over 300 miles. So yeah, about 10 hours on the road today. We've seen so many places, but this is our stop for tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be leaving for Tulsa. We've got a shorter drive tomorrow, so we've allowed, you know, maybe about 100 miles. So, but yeah, this is it. We've done about 320 miles today, 10 hours on the road. So we're glad to finally arrive at our hotel. Oh, this is our third room for the night in Springfield, Missouri, and this is much better. A better hotel, cleaner rooms. I'm glad we've picked this place.